All right, you got it.
All right, boys. You know what time it is. It's time for the Discord to.
Wait, are you kidding, man?
All right, perfect. There we go, dude. Except my camera's not showing up.
Wait. Wait, you gotta move me into the
dude, you're moved into the box. You're looking great.
Nice.
Dude, I set like this shit up perfectly. Look at that. That's him.
I like it.
I'm a cutie pie here, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gents. What do people say to make like funny jokes? I'm a cutie pie here. And then my boy over here. Who's that over here? Who's that guy?
It's me. I'm Scarra. I'm that guy.
Who is Scarra though? For the people that don't know this man, who is he? Give me your background.
I am ex LCS player. I played Cutie a long time. I'm the guy Cutie made wait for him. He ignored me. He ignored the dog that was barking for him for 5 hours, and he ignored Alicia as well. He's a bad person.
Good one. All right, boys, ladies and gentlemen, it has begun. Beyond the game, we're going beyond the rift, above and beyond. So let's get it underway. D, you wanna lead the way? How you wanna do this?
You know what? Have we already introduced ourselves? Do you need any more introduction?
Dude, what needs to be said about the living legend? Okay, guys, if you don't know me, go look up the top KDA. No, not top KDA. Top kills. I'm 8th place. Top kills. I haven't played LCS for 2 years. That means that I'm 2 years ahead of these kids playing right now, dude. That's all that needs to be said about me. I am the best.
Right. Look up his supports. His support had the most deaths.
Yeah, think about that one. I had the 8th most kills when I haven't played LCS in like God knows how long. And then I also had the support with the most death. This man is a living legend. You're looking at him right here, right now, dude.
All right, and I was a teammate with Cutie Pie. We lost a lot together, actually.
I love
a ridiculous amount.
You don't have to stress it out. I think they got the point.
Now I'm also a streamer. I am currently the NA correspondent for Discord Esports, and I watch the games every week live at the LCS and do interviews.
That was a good intro. I like that, dude. Let's get underway with the first topic.
All right, so the show is going to start. We're going to open up with 2 topics that we like to talk about before we get into the matchups. It's a very standard LCS prediction show. It's the first of its kind, in my opinion, that just solely focused on the LCS. And for people wondering why we're not doing EU LCS, Cutie, you can answer that question.
Dude, how you gonna throw it on me like that? That's messed up, dude. We're not doing EU LCS because Scarra hates everyone in Europe. That's why, dude. And that's just the cold hard truth, man. I was begging Scarra. I was like, please, dude, let me review Raw Cat Gaming. He told me no, so that's it. It's just that simple, man.
That's exactly what happened. All right, go to the next lower third. Let's see the first topic, Cutie.
All right, first topic underway. How much support should Riot give to teams?
Okay, let me kick this off. So, when me and Cutie were still playing back in Season 3, Riot initially gave a salary of essentially $30K for both splits in the year per player. It's been 2 years since then, 2 or 3 years since then, and Riot has not increased the amount of money they give into teams, as well as they also haven't increased the amount of money that you win in the LCS. So for people who don't know, winning the LCS, the prize pool is $100,000 a split, and you win $50K for placing first. So, Kitty, what do you think about this? Do you think they should increase it? Do you think they should decrease it? What do you think?
I mean, for me personally, I've always wanted Riot to this isn't Riot to do it, but I think that something like a players union would be great because I don't think players get as much as they deserve. Like, the salary is good, but I remember back on Dignitas, dude, I love Odie. Odie's my boy, dude. But I wouldn't say we were getting the short end of the stick, but, it wasn't that great, and I think that Riot could definitely support players a little more than how they are right now. Just a tiny bit though. I don't want them going too far, but yeah, I think players could use a little more support.
Give me the actual numbers, dude. We're supposed to hit the hard hitting answers.
The
30K
actual numbers
per year. Yeah, 30K per year is what right now. What do you want it to go to?
What do I want it to go to? I don't know, man. I mean, you gotta come on. I'm not the analytical type. I'm the feeling type. What do you want it to go to?
I actually think that they're doing a good job. I would like for I don't know if the salary needs to increase since a lot of players are getting paid six figures right now. I think the Immortals, everyone on Immortals is making six figures, and so the salaries are at like an all-time high in the industry. So I think that generally, I would just like it to be worth more for people winning LCS. Like if you get into playoffs in LCS, every round you advance, you should make more money. So when you look at the NFL, when you get to the Super Bowl, you know how much each person is guaranteed making the Super Bowl. Each of the like 30 players in the team is guaranteed $50,000.
That's pretty good.
And they get more per round that they win. And so I also feel like Riot should have something like that, where it's not just like a prize system. It should be like, okay, well, each round in the playoffs, like they make this much money. So there's more incentive to like actually do well in the season.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there definitely should be more of a prize pool for winning, because right now, I mean, winning is the top priority, obviously, because you want to be the best and stuff. But like, come on, dude, Worlds, the amount that you win for getting first place in Worlds. I mean, $1 million is great, dude, but when it gets all split up like that, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like maybe compendium type of thing, like Dota has it, something like that. I'd be so down. Like, dude, if I watch NRG, if I watch Kiwi Kid win Worlds, dude, he won like $50 million. I'd be like, awesome. That's awesome, dude. Now instead, if he wins Worlds, it's like, that's pretty cool. But
if Kiwi wins Worlds, I'll give him $50 million. Actually, like,
are you
worry.
willing to make that promise though?
Yeah, on air to your viewers, I will make that.
Worlds. That's messed up, dude.
Dude, I'm saying what I think, man. All right, let's go to the next topic. Show the cast, show the people who watching.
Next topic right up. Riot's recent attempts to decentivize lane swaps.
All right, I want to know, as a spectator, do you like watching lane swaps?
Hell no. People tell me they love that. They love the mathematical, like, chess, like, what should my next decision? I feel like lane swap, it's gotten to the point where it's not like chess anymore. It's like tic-tac. Like, everyone's figured that out, dude. It's like, all right, we're going to do this, and then this, and then this, and then it's like, all right, it's a 20-minute game with 0 kills.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that I like the idea that they're trying to decentivize lane swaps, but for me, the only issue is they're doing it so late. You know, I think there's two major patches in the year: preseason and midseason. And like before Worlds, you know, I don't like when Riot does the random. You know, I'm just gonna drop something big.
Oh, I love that stuff, dude. I love watching teams just flop as they try to figure out what the fuck Riot's doing, dude. That cracks me up, man.
Wait. So last Worlds when they dropped the Mordekaiser, Darius, and
I loved it. Patch. Do more of that. Just drop a completely just buff the hell out of Urgot. I want to see Urgot running Rampage at Worlds, dude. I would be happy.
All right. So we may have a little bit of a conflict in opinions here, but because we don't need to resolve this in a best of series, we can just leave it as Cutie would like to see more shit happening, and I would like just a little bit more time to get used to this kind of stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I think that. Do you think it would have been better that they wait until after Worlds to release something like this?
I guess in my perfect world, they only release huge shit in the beginning and the middle. But I do think that it is a problem, and them releasing stuff right now isn't awful. It's just not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, I think what they did was a pretty interesting idea. Like, I mean, playing it in solo, like obviously solo queue doesn't translate to competitive at all, but the like first tower take, like the creep spawning and like bottom, mid, top. I think all that stuff's super interesting. I'd love to see how players play around that. I mean, dude, if it makes more people 2v2, I love watching 2v2s. So
Okay, now I want to ask you the real killer. So we're not going to be at Worlds this year. Well, I might be at Worlds interviewing, but I don't think you're
I mean, I'm
going.
gonna be at Worlds playing, dude.
Okay, well, both of us are going to be at Worlds this year. But aside from Worlds, are you excited when you're playing this new solo queue? Do you realize what this means for you as an AD carry main? I'm
Yeah,
going
it
to
means I need to
5-man
take
bot
the
lane
tower.
every wave for the
Dude,
tower.
I'm ready for it, man. That just gives me. I used to never take the bottom tower. I'm taking that thing every single time. That thing's worth way too much gold. I love it.
Oh, so you as an AD carry player, you actually like it when the tower is worth more gold for you now?
Yeah, I used to never take the tower. Like most players don't ever take the tower, and so like, yeah, I'm so hyped for this, dude.
All right, I'm gonna wait for it to come out, and I'm gonna wait for you to change your mind because I feel like you're not gonna
Yeah, I'm probably
enjoy.
gonna change. Oh no, don't worry. Everyone's gonna be running TP. I'm just gonna get 5-man every game, and then I'm gonna be like, worst patch ever. Fuck you, Riot.
All right. Let's get to the meat of the issue, the predictions. We're gonna go
games.
through every matchup of next week, week 9.
Oh baby, let's go. Let's get it underway with a sweet little clip. You want to walk us through it?
No, let's just talk about the matchup. The clip pretty much defines itself. You know,
All right,
clip of
I'm just going into it then. The battle at the summit. TSM versus IMT, dude. Can Reignover outpressure Bjergsen's ability to carry the game? Do you think Reignover can do that?
I think Reignover's a monster. I think Reignover's the best jungler in the region, and the reason why Fnatic was good in the earlier season, I thought was because their whole team came together well. But what I realized is actually it's because Reignover and Huni are just monsters, and Reignover I feel like
Dude,
is strong
look
enough.
at Huni. Wait, in this clip, dude, look at this man just towered out. You think Reignover can manhandle Sven Scarron though?
I actually think I don't know. I just think Sven's good in certain situations, in a lot of situations actually. But sometimes, like the games against Anori, like I don't think Anori should be able to.
You don't
like
think
put
Rengar
that
should
much
be
pressure
able
on
to
you.
just run in the jungle and kill Gragas?
Yeah, I don't think that should happen.
I think that's standard, but I don't know, man. Yeah, you might be onto something. I mean, I think Reignover. Yeah, he's. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna argue that Reignover. He's a good jungler, maybe the top, but I don't know. Bjerger King, that guy's pretty good too. I like him.
All right. Well, if you had to put it on the board, would you vote for Reignover or Bjergsen to be able to carry the series?
Reignover Bjergsen. I don't know. I like the dynamic duo of Reignover and Huni versus Bjergsen and Double Lift. I like that better.
What are your thoughts on TSM though? You got Hansu.
Dude,
the
I
top
used
lane,
to
you got
play.
Double
Okay,
Lift.
I used to play with Biofrost before he joined. Dude, I'm the prophet when it comes to support. I played with Biofrost. He was a beast. I played with him in solo queue. He went to LCS. He was a king. I played with Matt Life. He went to LCS. He's God. I played with Kiwi Kid. He went to LCS and he's a beast. I play with Batoy, dude. I can see them all, man. I'm telling you. I'm liking TSM's odds, but I think that IMT is gonna win because they got Pobelter too. Dude, Pobelter, I played with this kid for like 5 years too. He's pretty good.
So your money is on Pobelter to crush it. Yeah, this guy's been looking great. I think he's the second best man in the region, at least top 10.
Top 10? What kind of garbage compliment is that? Come on, man. Dude, I give Pobelter top 5 at least, dude. That guy's my boy right there. Well, I mean, do you think is the patch now going to be played on the no lane swap? Are them trying to stop lane swaps or no?
No, I think the patch that it just came out this week, so that's going to be next patch.
Oh, that's lame,
into
dude.
playoffs.
Man,
Yeah, so we're not going to see
my
some
boy.
crazy.
I want to see my boy Wild Turtle and Adrian versus Double Lift and Biofrost.
Okay. I have a question. What do you think about Turtle right now? I think I've looked at him throughout the season. I actually think he's doing great.
Yeah, I
He
think he's great. I mean, I would personally give the advantage to TSM's bottom lane, but I mean, I like Wild Turtle and Adrian. I mean,
why is that, dude?
Why is that? I don't know, man. I think Wild Turtle, he's the type of player that I was when I was like not exactly at my peak, but like about to reach it. So I can see the potential in him. I can see that he could become the best. He's just got a little refining to do.
Okay, okay. Well, you did quote a lot of people you play with who are now like beasts in the LCS. Recently, even playing with Jared. Do you think he's going to be the next one, the number one?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. Jared's like, dude. I mean, Bjergsen pales and compare. Bjergsen's like a little manlet compared to Jared, dude. This dude on Annie. I wish I had. I wish I had a highlight clip to show you guys right now, because this guy, he's gonna be in the LCS next split. I guarantee it. That guy's really good, no doubt.
All right, all right. Final thoughts. Who you think Immortal's going to win?
I think it'll be close. I want to say Immortals. I feel like I'm leaning towards Immortals because I like the players on the team better, mainly because Pobelter. I'm going to go with Immortals, yeah.
I want to say TSM will win this series. I don't know what to expect though, because they just lost to P1. I think the loss will make them better. Actually, I think they'll be even better. But I want to say,
why are you trying to downplay P1,
no,
dude? Come on.
Dude, P1's my second favorite team, man. They're right after CLG. I love all those guys. I think, you know what? Okay, I'm with you here. I think Immortals are going to win. It's going to be a close series. I expect it to go the full 3.
Yeah, I think it'll be some juicy games either way, so I'm hyped for that. All right, let's go to your second favorite team then. P1 versus Envy. With the
my
of,
God.
Is P1 better than their current rank? I'm gonna say hell no. What do you say?
Whoa, you don't think P1's that good?
Hell no.
I think P1 could, if they had their full roster start of the season, they would be at the moment in contention for 5th and 6th right now.
Is that good?
It's better than their current rank. I think they could be better than both Apex and Envy if they had the full roster since the start of the season.
All right, better than Ape. I mean, yeah, maybe they could. I feel like that's just battling it out in the like dumpster. Yeah, maybe they could be. I just don't feel like. I feel like if you're not cracking like the top 4, then actually let's go with the top 5. Then it's just not worth it.
Do you think Envy cracks the top 5? They're currently like 6th right now.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think there might be a bit too many teams in the LCS. I think Envy is pretty good. I don't want to say that I think as a team their players aren't the best, but you know, I think that they're a decent team. And if they build their synergy, I think they could be great. Same thing for P1. But in a battle versus both of them, I have absolutely no idea who'll come out on top.
All right, what makes you like Envy? What makes you like P1? What are the highlights of this team? What can a viewer looking at these games? What can they look at?
P1, I like Inori. He's a pretty good jungler. That guy is good. For Envy, I mean, they got Lod. They got a bunch of players around him, and it's pretty good. I mean, I gotta reach to find things I like, dude.
I want to just jump in here. I like Ninja. I think he's actually grown quite well as a mid laner. I like Seraph and Ninja's being able to be very decisive. Proxen, I think, is the current version of Mini Rush. So when you guys remember Rush from C9, I think Proxen is Mini Rush. He plays almost identical, very, very aggressive. And I actually think Proxen's pretty underrated in general. He is actually really, really good.
You think Proxen's better than my boy Inori?
I think you'd be surprised. I think on the matchup, it'll be pretty even from the jungle perspective.
Dude, come on, man. That's not true. That's not happening.
All right. Well, you're a bot lane specialist. Between these two bot lanes, who's going to win? Match me Gate versus Lod Hakuo.
Dude, don't make me have to choose that. Match me Gate versus Lod Hakuo. A matchup that's probably one of the most anticipated for this week. Who's going to win that? I'd have to put my money. I like Mashme and Gate. I think that they're pretty good. I like Gate a lot. I'd say Mashme and Gate. I think that they're pretty they're pretty good. I'll go with them.
And do you think that means that you think P1's going to win this series?
Do I think P1? I could not predict it. I'll go with P1 winning it because I like Inari and I like their bot lane matchup, but God knows how this game's gonna go.
I think P1 is on the upswing, even though they lost last week. I don't think. I think they're pretty good. I'm willing to give them a shot against Envy. Say it's something like 60-40 P1's favor. P1's gonna win this.
P1's gonna win it. All right, I'll take it. Game 3. Oh baby, this is a classic. CLG versus NRG. Dude, who made these? Wait a minute. Has NRG given up already? Wait, no, they haven't given up. Did you make these key points, Scar? What is this?
Well, I'm just they just showed up. Just don't worry about it. Dude, what do you think about NRG? What, your boy Kiwi Kid.
I mean,
my boy
NRG,
Kiwi
come
Kid.
on. Have they given up already? Hell no. Kiwi's not a giver upper, dude. Did Kiwi give up on Dignitas? No. Is he giving up now? Hell no. Santorin didn't give up. Quas didn't give up. GBM didn't give up. I don't think they gave up yet. Wait, it says key point Santorin and OHQ are the only players performing well. Hell no.
What do you think about that point?
I think hell no, dude. I think my boy Kiwi Kid is doing pretty okay. Maybe okay. I'll be honest. Santorin and OHQ, they might be. GBM's looking a little questionable. Dude, I was so hyped for GBM too, man. I thought he was gonna just show these kids what's up, and then it's just
It just didn't work out.
Yeah, it's just an unlucky game.
All right, the way
unfortunate.
The way I see NRG, the good points is I think Santorin is the first season he's ever done really well. Like comparative to what I thought his first split TSM series
first season he's ever done well.
The comparable to his best season with his first split with TSM, I think he's spent a lot of splits trying to find his form, and this is the first time that he's found his form, and he's doing great. I interviewed him. He told me like the scrims are going well. He's able to play more aggressive. And OQ, I heard, had a lot of issues in the back behind the scenes up until a couple of weeks ago, and I think him along with Phoenix and Huhi have been the most improved players within the last 3 weeks.
Oh yeah,
I think.
dude, I agree.
If you're watching OQ,
yeah,
that guy's
OQ
actually
at the start, dude. Jesus, man, like
he was so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say he was bad because that's my team right there. But like, dude, like when I'm starting to question whether I could make my comeback, you got some problems, dude. Like watching that guy was just.
I'm just saying the one Twitch game that he's almost lost by himself because there were 10k gold ahead. He's playing Twitch. He could 1v5. And if you see his positioning in those fights early in the season, it's actually disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they're working
really
together now a lot better. I mean, the problem with me is I don't know how the team like communication's going. When you see those clips at Riot Games where it's just Kiwi Kid trying to communicate with OQ, oh man, that stuff killed it. He's just giving him like back, go. It's just like, come on, dude, speak to him, say something. I can't watch. I mean, do you know how it is with that? Does GBM and OQ speak decent English or?
OQ speaks almost no English. They have a translator living in, but his English is not very good. Oh, GBM's English is actually good. I interviewed him. But he's just not playing very well recently. I think he's only played very, very well on Victor, and then I think they have a lot of problems. Like I think their team synergy is just all over the place. They have players stepping up, but a lot of times it's just not very good. I actually think Kiwi, aside from like maybe this week, and has like a lot of missteps, but he's actually been
popping off, dude.
He's been consistently their second or third best player on the team after Santorin, and I think that's actually fine. Like it's hard. I can say Kiwi like sucks, but honestly, like the team was technically built around GBM, so GBM is playing like
really
so
you're saying GBM sucks then.
Sure, I'll say it. I don't care. I think GBM hasn't been playing very well this season. I think he's been playing terribly, actually. And That along with the fact that I think NRG has some of the worst drafts in the league, actually, every single game. Yeah, I think that they have a lot to improve on to be able to match CLG, which I
Yeah.
say this matchup is gonna be 2-0 CLG. Give it to me in 1 hour.
I mean, I'm gonna go with 2-1 CLG because I got a little bit of faith. But yeah, I just can't see, like, synergy is the most important thing when it comes to competitive, and I'm just not seeing it from NRG. I don't know what it's gonna take, but yeah, it's just seeming a little rough. All right, let's go on to Apex versus Team Liquid, baby.
All right, I think of Apex. I think of like Envy Light. They have the same problems, right? Like literally the exact same problems. They are a Korean 3-man Korean squad top side with a 2-man like English speaking native born Americans on the bot side, and they have trouble communicating top side to bot side, and essentially the bot lane just does its job, and then the top side does all the plays. And Envy just has better playmakers, so they win more, and they're better coordinated. But I still think both these teams have huge problems with communication, and they're just not very good.
Yeah, I'm just it just pains me to see teams like Apex, dude. I want to see some better communication. Like, dude, I love X Special and I love my boy Apollo, but do I think that they're gonna be Fabi and Matt Life? I mean, no. I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, the lane swap could just come out, but I think that I'd give it to Team Liquid here, like, most of the time.
I interviewed Apollo last week, and he sounded really depressed. Like I asked him, "What's your road to winning the championship? If you can get 6, what's your ideal tournament bracket?" And he's just like, "It's just so hard." Like he just talked about a season. He just feels like other teams worked harder than them, and he just sounded really sad in general. I think Apex has essentially given up on their season. They're gonna just stay 7 because that's
they
what most of
haven't
their players
given
have
up.
said.
It's LCS season still, dude. They got a week left. This is the season of dreams.
They need to 2-0 this week,
Standard.
and Envy needs to 1-1. No, 0-2, I think, and then they win. They get to 6th place.
I mean,
And Envy
that's
plays
not impossible. Come
Envy
on.
plays Echo Fox and P1, and Apex plays Team Liquid and CLG.
You don't think Echo Fox gonna be able to pick up their second win off of them?
Actually, they might be able to. I mean, okay, okay. Yeah, I agree.
Let's go on to the. What do you think this is gonna be? Apex versus Team Liquid.
2-0 TL, and then Dardock's gonna say they're not a very good team in the post game interview.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Team Liquid too. C9 versus Echo Fox. This is the battle that people want to see. Can C9 close out a game quickly versus Echo Fox?
Yeah, I think. No, honestly, C9 has not been looking great at being able to close out games. If it's like kind of close, I think the mark of a great team, they take a lead, they smash it in your face, the game's over in 25 minutes. You look at TSM's games, Immortals games, just done. Immortals trolls sometimes, but it's just over and you know it. But with the mid-tier teams, a lot of them, and C9 especially, for them to like break the hurdle to being a great team, I think that they really struggle sometimes to be able to open up the mid game. They stall out for 5 minutes at a time or more, and then finally they find the fight or the pick or the bait, whatever, and then they're able to win the game. I think this game, honestly, if C9 can't 2-0 this series cleanly, they need to look at their play for going to playoffs.
I mean, I hope they can too. I mean, what do you think C9's biggest problem? I mean, people are always saying that they need high and all that stuff. Like,
I think they lack like kind of a decisive playmaker, and so like what happens is all the pressure for C9 goes mid lane. So if Jensen plays well, great. If Jensen plays poorly, and recently I think the last game they played last week was pretty good, but the 2 weeks before then, Jensen's been getting ganked and then dying a lot. And I actually think Jensen's the most ganked mid laner in LCS just because he puts out like a lot of pressure. I don't know, he just gets ganked more than anyone else. And I think people realize that Jensen's the key. If he can hold it together, He can carry them, but I think their whole team, it's like Meteos and Jensen work better than Rush did together before, but no one's really been able to get with Impact. Like Impact working with the rest of the team is C9's issue right now. If they're able to transition Impact well in every single game, he could be the person that makes like the decisive plays that they need with Meteos, and I think that's their key, but they're still missing a little bit to be able to do that.
I mean, what do you think of Echo Fox, though? What do you think they've been missing in their formula for greatness?
I think
Hard
has not been playing well. That's it.
I'm thinking like they're missing a couple of good players on that team because
yeah,
it's been looking a little rough for them lately.
I talked about it before. I think Hard's they're really missing like pieces of the puzzle. I think I look at Hard. When you think of junglers, they're the guys who pressure you, right? All game you're just like, God, I hope the jungler doesn't come. Please don't Rek'Sai tunnel on me. Please don't flash Gragas by on me. Just let me like beat this lane. Like I can just crush them without the jungler. And Hard is like not being able to pressure well effectively every game. I think he's one of the bottom tier LCS junglers right now. And it says something that they tried out. Would you
call him the worst jungler though? Because my boy, I will dominate. I asked him this question. He said he's the worst.
I think he's bottom two. I think he's gotten
that spot.
I think he's gotten a little bit better. That's the thing. But before Kez replaced him, I thought he was potentially the worst jungler in the league. I don't remember all the junglers on the top of my head, but I just think Hard. Like it should say something that he got last minute replaced by Kez, and Kez at the time had not played League in like 6 months, and so when I was talking to the team, they were just like, we wanted a more veteran person who can work with easier, and it's still kind of hard because we haven't been able to really. Like he hasn't played the game in a long time, and it should say something that they were willing to like literally risk like whatever. They're just like stuff at the wall.
Much to lose.
Yeah, they're just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping it sticks. Like I don't think Hard's the reason why they lose every game. I just think he's one of the reasons. A lot of people think Hard and Big are one of the key reasons why Echo Fox isn't doing well. I can at least agree with one of those.
I mean, I like my boy Keith. I don't know what's been going on with Echo Fox. Hopefully they can figure it out. But I think that, I'm gonna give it 2-0 C9.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 2-0. I'm just gonna say if C9 can't close this out cleanly, they got problems going to the playoffs.
Yeah. P1 versus IMT. Can P1 repeat a miracle?
All right, let's see. I think. Yeah, I just think the jungle matchup is the key. The problem is, I think Reignover
destroy Reignover.
No.
Will Inori split even with Reignover?
Yes, but it's gonna be hard. Like I don't think people really understand how good Reignover is. A lot of people don't really think he's like super good. Like people thought last split he was super good.
I think people know that he's pretty good. I think they'd say this guy's pretty good at this game.
I can't stress enough how good I think he is at the very least. I think Anora is good. He's probably like right middle of the pack attacking the top 4 spots, but he hasn't really hit there yet. And when you're playing the top dog in the jungle, I don't think he's gonna go easy.
Yeah, I'm not seeing P1 having a very good time. Like when I think of all the lane match, like it's just not looking like it's going to be a great one for him.
I will say, though, I think Purian has improved a lot this split. Purian and Nori are working together very, very well. Saw them against in the TSM game. I think their synergy is actually really good. This is for a player who isn't even native in A. They're able to communicate and work together a lot better than a lot of these mid-jungle duos. So if they have a chance at winning this game, it's probably going to come from the two mid, or the mid and the jungle.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. Like, I just think bottom line, Wild Turtle is gonna destroy Mash for me, and then Hooney's just gonna do Hooney things, and it's just gonna be a clown fiesta.
What about the mid lane, dude? What about your boy Pobelter?
I mean, Pobelter, dude. If you ask me about any of my buds, dude, Pobelter's gonna 100% smash him. Whether or not it happened, Pobelter's gonna split even at the very least. I'll give him that much.
All right. No, that's okay. That's okay. Well, let's move on a little bit. We We'll go to the next big match.
All right.
TSM versus NRG.
This is the class. I mean, wait. What do you give this game though? I give it 2 IMT.
TOIMT.
TSM versus NRG, the match of the week. I'm pretty sure by Riot. Bloodbath. Oh no, this isn't a bloodbath alert. What it most lopsided? The key point: most lopsided match of the week.
For people who don't know, I set up the lower thirds, the descriptions at the bottom. This is the first time Keely's ever seen them, so he has no idea what I've prepared for him.
This is bullshit right here. I think that NRG, if any team, I don't know what it is with NRG, but I feel like they just start surging when they're up against like the top dot. Like I think that they could beat TSM. And this is not because I'm biased towards NRG at all. I think 100% they could beat OHQ versus Double
Wait, do you have a clip to show with this while we're talking, Keely?
The clip to show with it? Oh, wait. Let me reload this 1 second. Dude, where's the clip?
Oh, is it not there?
No one wants to watch that clip.
Oh. It's so good. All right. I think honestly, TSM has always sucked against lower rated teams. I don't know what it is. It's maybe every season except for like the very last 3 splits, they've always dropped games to the lower rated teams. If I had to put my bets on against TSM against a mid-tier team, like I'll take like 50-1 odds. But against Echo Fox or like P1 or NRG, I would actually just not bet because there aren't odds good enough for me to take that bet.
Yeah, I'm starting to think like I don't want to say NRG could win this 2-1, but I feel like it might happen. I feel like it's gonna happen.
Okay, so are you gonna say this is your upset for the week for
I'll
you?
say this is my upset for the week.
All right, I think TSM's gonna 2-0 this series.
Dude, come on, you can't just do that to me.
I love Kiwi, man. I like NRG, but I will say this though: OQ and Kiwi have actually been destroying 2v2 lanes recently. Like ridiculous. Like he literally missed solo kills, forced flash on every 2v2 lane. They've been playing incredibly well. So I think if they get the 2v2, potentially OQ can work some magic and with Kiwi Kid, and if they snowball
you
off the
don't
bot
give
lane,
the upside, but you think that OHQ and Kiwi Kid better than Double Lift and Bio, right?
I think if they have a chance to win, Santorin goes off, and with Santorin, OQ goes off as well. Additionally, GBM doesn't lose by 50 CS.
Come on,
because he doesn't pick Ari and he doesn't pick Ziggs. And I think that they have a shot.
GBM's gonna get Victor every game.
I think people might even ban Victor away because it's his only champion. He's shown that he can be lane dominant and snowball.
You're a flamer, dude, man.
You're
a hater on NRG, man.
I love NRG, dude. I love Kiwi, but I just can't do it.
So 2-0 TSM?
Yeah, 2-0 TSM. You got the upset call.
NRG. I like the upset. All right, CLG versus Apex. Can CLG win cleanly versus Apex?
I think... Oh, keep going.
I don't know. I love CLG, man. They've been looking a little shaky. Do I think that they're going to beat Apex? I'd like to think that they'll do it. What do you think?
I think CLG will beat Apex, but every time CLG should win a game, I feel like the inner CLG part of me like quivers because it's like, they should win. I actually think this has like one of the highest upset potentials of the entire week.
You think this is higher than TSM NRG?
Yes. It's dumb because I feel CLG is going to clean house on this series. But if I was going to say something was going to upset in the game today, it would be the P1 versus MV1 would be my top upset, where I think P1 could take it. And then after that, it would be this. Just because for some reason, CLG is not clean enough yet. And when I talk to other players, they're just like, we're not happy after every set we play because we just aren't able to consistently be clean.
Yeah, I think they'll win some of that old CLG, that second place MSI CLG, dude. Where are they at, man?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but they're coming back. I'll give this one to CLG 2-1.
I'm gonna give it to CLG too. 2-1. That sounds good enough. Let's go with 2-1, dude. Team Liquid. Okay, if this clip kills the thing again.
Okay.
then fuck everything. But here, let me open up the. This is the clip for TSM versus NRG, by the way. The Scarra so diligently found. There you go.
Oh, this is all thanks to my manager. Actually, I think he really thought this clip was just gonna work.
Yeah, he really thought it encapsulated the TSM versus NRG. I don't agree with it, but I could definitely see where he was coming from. All right, back to the Team Liquid versus C9. So you'd say this is the match of the week?
Yes, this is my match of the week. I think it actually matters. You know, they fight to play against Apex and Envy. I think the top 5 is really good, and then Apex versus Envy is like they're not at the level.
Yeah, they have potential versus CLG or Team Liquid. I'll take my chances versus Envy and Apex. And
I think this match is so important. Like Immortals versus TSM, it's important because it's pride. You know, none of these guys like losing, but for this matchup, it's like it's not just pride, it's pride because TL hates getting fourth.
First place, baby.
Yeah, and TL is gonna get memed so hard if they end fourth again. So hard. God, I still get mad when people are just like, oh, Scar threw a Baron again. You know, statistically, we were one of the better.
You don't like Baron that teams? That thing's hilarious. Oh. Every single stream I do, dude, I go for Baron. Haha, you threw again, cutie. Oh, you got me. I did it. That was on me. I'm the big thrower.
No, I remember when I was coaching the team, we had a period of time for like 8 months, or for like 3 months, which is, it was 2.5 months. Where we were actually one of the best Baron teams, or one of the better Baron teams in the region. But then, the next season when I left, they sucked at Baron again. And it's not because of me. I'm just saying that like that happened, and I was just like, how do I can't fix this anymore? Like it's impossible.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, I think the memes are hilarious. I think the thing is, if Team Liquid loses and they get fourth place, at least they'll find it funny when people tell them that, dude. I'm sure they'll be cracking up.
Oh yeah, Dardoch loves losing. Actually, in fact, when he gets fourth, and I look at him, he's just like,
dude, please do an interview with Dardoch on the fourth place meme. Just keep saying it to him, dude, and see his reaction.
If they lose, I'm pretty sure TL will reject all interviews. They're just gonna be like, no, not even gonna do this shit.
So Team Liquid versus C9, I think it's going to be really close. I want to give the edge to Team Liquid. I'd say 2-1 Team Liquid. Who do you think?
I actually think TL is explosive. When I watched him play, I asked Dardoch, I was like, so CLG like spent a lot of time practicing how to play from behind. Do you guys feel like you're ever going to do that? He's like, what? No. Why would I ever do that? TL is statistically one of the best early game teams in the league. And we just want to push with that. So rather than trying to shore up weaknesses, they're going to just all out on their strengths. So if TL wins, it's going to be a landslide. They're going to crush early game, crush mid game, game's over. And I think though, Phoenix typically like destroys most mid laners except for top tier ones. I think he's playing against Jensen, who would be top 3 in the league. I don't know, man. I want to say Tio will win this as well, but everyone's got their eyes on C9. Everyone tells me C9 is looking good right now, and I think
Dardoch's looking real nice. That guy reminds me of a young I Will Dominate. I like that guy. I like Dardoch. I'm gonna give it to Team.
Wait, is that because every TL jungler has been toxic?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, they're all toxic.
I mean, sorry, no, that's I didn't say that, but I think TL will win this 2-1. I gotta believe in my boys. I love Lolo was on a team with me. I love Dardoch, but I will say though, this is gonna be crazy series. I expect C9 to do very, very well.
Yeah, I think it'll be juicy either way. Oh, and another fantastic game, Game 10 to close it out. Envy versus Echo 5. Will this match matter? Hell yes, it will, dude. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Dude, what do you mean? Well, my favorite thing about these kinds of matches, I love some of the crazy picks they bring out for this.
This is the match where the mid laner is gonna try to convince their coach, "Hey, can I play Teemo here?"
Yeah, this is gonna be a fiesta.
Yeah. What about Ezreal? The reason why it says will this match matter is mainly because just look at like by the time we
Yeah,
get to this
look
match,
at
Envy,
them, dude. Look at Echo Fox. They're
no,
1 in like 20.
no, unless Apex 2-0'd this week, Envy will get 6 regardless. So if they get to this match and it matters, they have to win to get 6, then it's gonna actually matter. They're gonna play their hearts out because they want to be in playoffs.
Well, let's say the match does matter. Do you give Echo Fox the chance to get their second win of the split?
It'll be 2-1. I think they'll win 1 game. I'll give them that. I think they're coming. I think when there's less pressure on Echo Fox, they've kind of already been like, you know what? See you guys in relegations. Keep tweeting that shit, and it was like, yeah, I'll see you guys there, man. I think like now that there's less pressure on them to perform, they'll probably just play like better. They'll just be like, shit, dude, we got nothing else to lose. Let's just all in here. It's like. It's like 5 minutes in the game. Let's take a coin flip, and who cares? They come out ahead. Wow, I guess take another coin flip. They win again, and the game's over.
Yeah, I
think
like
that...
the way you're describing Echo Fox, man. This sounds like a team I want to get behind. You know what? The confidence you're exuding through Echo Fox, I'm gonna give it to him 2-1, dude. I'll give him the advantage.
Ooh, I'm gonna say Envy will win 2-1, but
come on, man, you're just building him up.
I do build them up, but then you look at their record and you're just like, well, I gotta talk for like 20 more minutes to actually get through to some of people. Like I can't. Numbers don't lie, but I could fudge it a little bit. Like maybe in like 20 more minutes of talking, someone will believe me. But I think 2-1.
Come on, man.
Envy beating Echo Fox. Dude, I'm gracious in giving them 1. They took a game off TSM. They almost took another game off TSM. So they're like Titan killers. Maybe Envy. I always feel like Echo Fox plays better
Envy
against
is the Titan that they need to slay.
Maybe Envy is like gonna be a big Titan, and they'll just take off a game. And I think they'll play better because there's no pressure. Maybe this will be the game that hard and big just goes. They both go legendary. Their end screens show S pluses, and then they just win the game.
That is
1 game.
You're viewing this
not
very
2.
ambitiously, dude. You're being very okay. I'll respect your opinion on that one, dude. I don't think that's how it's gonna be because I know Echo Fox is gonna win 2-0. But all right. So you want to go to the Q&A session now?
Oh wait, I don't think we're actually gonna do that. But if you wanted to include that, you can ask any questions.
We can go Q&A just with the people right here, with the people watching, with the viewers.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to do a section where you guys ask a question. I think it's on subscriber mode, and QD will choose the question.
Go ahead. Ask me whatever great questions you have relating to me or Scarra's expertise or just League of Legends on a whole, which is our expertise. Don't ask us random stuff. We want to know the answer. So let's see. What do the people have that they will Dignitas ever stop being boosted? I don't think Dignitas is in the LCS anymore, buddy. I'm sorry about that one. Do you think LCS should be back to less than 10 teams again?
I want to say no. I think it builds. Having more teams is better. Like I think 10 teams is a good place to stop. 12 teams, I don't think. There could be enough talent to fill 12 teams, but it's going to look even worse. Like right now, watching the bottom 2 teams play is pretty hard to do.
Whoa, I don't know if they're asking about 12 teams. I think they're talking about going down to 8 teams.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, if you
I don't think anyone's going to make the argument for 12 teams.
You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, rather than thinking of it as decreasing the amount of people there, I think it would only be possible to increase more spots if we limited the import laws even more.
You want to limit it?
No. I don't want to. I'm just saying, though, if you want it, like, I don't think moving down to 8 is better. I think 10 is good right now. If you wanted to move it up more, which I understand wasn't the question, but I'm going to give an answer for it anyways because it's kind of important. I think if you're looking to do that, I think if we somehow limited import laws to 1 import a team, you would be able to flesh out more teams than 10. I think 10 is kind of stretching it, but if you did that, you'd be able to stretch to 12.
I mean, we got the challenger scene though for the up and coming players.
Yeah, the up and coming players, High, L9, Lemonation.
Wait, what do you think of that stuff? Do you think that stuff? Do you got a problem with it or no?
No, I mean, it's whatever. It's just like Riot's probably gonna change the rules for that next split because they probably don't want people farming LCS teams or LCS spots. I mean, Saint did it for two
Wait,
seasons
but
and
I
no
don't.
one.
But it's up and coming players though. They said they're getting new talent in North America.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got new talent. When Rush left, they're just like, well, I guess we need someone else. They got contracts, which, by the way, fantastic amateur jungler. But if you're gonna tell me that C9 Challenger is up and coming talent, I will
I
definitely
mean, that's
agree.
not what we're telling you. That's what they're saying. They're getting the up and coming talent, dude.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're lying. I'm just saying that
That
I
you
don't
don't
see it.
agree with it. You
Yes,
think that they
I
were
do not
always
agree
that
with it.
good. I mean, I could see where you're coming from. Fair enough. Okay, let me see. Ooh, this is a good one, dude. Do you think if you and Scar made a team, how soon would we see you at the number one spot? If you and me were on a team, dude, back
Like
at it
number one
again.
from the bottom up or number one from the top?
From the top up, so number one, the real number one.
Okay, well, I think at that point we'd at least have to get like Clear Love from China, and then our
That's
top lane would have to
plausible.
be what's the best top laner right now? Is
Just
it
throw anyone in there, dude.
oh Cruiser the Bruiser? Holy pick
That
him up.
sounds good.
We're,
Dude, I was thinking more. We get you, we get me. We could try like Patoy, and then I will dominate in the jungle, and then
oh
like Crumbs in the top lane.
oh shit. And yeah, that also sounds. I was hoping more for like Clear Love and like Faker, but I think if we're gonna limit it to just in a prospect, I think the team would actually be really funny if I always thought it'd be really funny if Dominate never got banned. I'm
Dude,
sure Dom
this is what
thinks
I
it's
go
funny
through
that he
this.
got
I
banned.
go through this every single time. Dude. I tell people we would have been. I don't want to say the best because that might be pushing it, but we would have been pretty good if he
I
didn't
think
get banned.
Dignitas back then, the only thing we did not have that other great teams had was a decisive playmaker, and Dom was always the guy who was never afraid to like go in. If he went in and died, there was a bad call. At least something happened. But I was never that decisive at the time, and like neither was anyone on the team except for Cutie. He always wanted to fight, but like he's 80 carry. How do you fight with Tristana? You jump on five people? No, you just get
Dude, if there's a
exploded.
will, there's a way. I found
Yeah.
a way to
I
fight.
mean, I remember the time we made that strategy of playing Kale Quinn, and then that
Oh,
was
that was a classic, dude. My
the
stream never lets me live that down. They love showing me that game where we just got. Do you remember how that went? We
Ace that
took
dragon pick.
the
Oh my
Dragon Pit
god!
fight, X Special Leona, 5-man Solar Flare, Team Wipe. Oh man, that was just.
And the worst thing is, no one saw our scrims, but we actually just smashed every team.
Yeah, no one saw
was
us just like popping off. It was just the one
it,
game where we get smashed.
it was actually disgusting. But they picked well to deal with it. They had Leona, which was really really good. But the in the games we played, literally, Kitty would run into people with S5, get Kale ulti, he kill two people at the very least.
Yeah, that stuff was pretty good, dude. I liked it. This guys, do you think age affects players' performance, or why do players retire so young?
You answer this, I'll go after.
Hell no. I don't think that age really affects. Like, I think that, I mean, maybe it's just my ego, but I think that I could still play in the LCS, dude. Like, some of these bottom lanes, I'll watch them and I'm like, damn, these guys are really good, but I think that I could just do this slightly better if I was in their position.
Oh, is that what you think when you watch some of these bot lanes?
That's exactly what happens in my brain, dude. I'm like, I'm gonna write this one down because I like this move he did there, but I think that wasn't the best move because he just killed himself. I don't think age really affects it. I think it's mainly just people get burnt. Like, people don't realize the schedule that some of these players take is like absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if the schedule, like, do you know if the schedule is like that still?
The in Korea it is. Commonly they'll wake up at like 11 and then they'll scrim all the way till like midnight, and then or like 9 to midnight, and then at midnight the prime time for solo queue is actually midnight to like 3 a.m. So like the best example is when Piglet came to the States. He's like, when people ask him how they get good, he's like play 16 hours, sleep 2, or something like that. That was his answer. And it's like, well, like that's their mentality for how they get better at the game. And it works, it just burns out people really fast. But the way I see that is essentially that Korea has enough talent to where they can afford to burn out people. If you can make someone shine really bright for 2 years and you have a higher chance at Worlds because of it, they'll do it, because who cares about career longevity? Really, when you think about career longevity, it's very difficult for they'll burn out a lot of players, but the people who come through that regiment are just like amazing, like incredible players. But I don't think NA has the skill level to be able to do that kind of thing.
Come on, how are you gonna throw NA under the bus like that?
If we burn out talent, it's just like, well, shit. Like, dude, come on, you play NA solo queue. I look at some of the up and coming talent.
Dude, I play NA solo queue. I'm like, damn, this guy's so good. What the?
Oh,
why isn't
you say
he
that?
In the LC? Yeah, I say that all the time. I'll get a support on my team. He decides to play something with a skill shot. This guy's hitting every hook. He's so good. What the? I say that all the time, dude. 100%. No lie.
All right. You're a liar. Oh, well, I'm going to go back to the original question. I think that age doesn't matter. But what does change when you get older is you tend to have a lot more responsibilities. So, it's like the motivation runs dry when you have to think about, okay, how am I going to live the rest of my life? So at the up until like age 25 or something, like you pretty much can just focus on the game. But after 25, people will pressure you. Other people will be like, what's your future gonna look like? How many children you're gonna have? What are you gonna name your firstborn? And at that point, you're just like, well, shit. Like maybe I need to think about how much money I make every year. Like going to do other stuff.
Is a good career move?
I mean, realistically, not before this year. This year, people's salaries are actually great, so I think now it is. But before, when we were playing, man, what can we afford together?
We paved the road. We're like, how people started with baseball and stuff. They need people to pave the road. When they make the Hall of Fame, dude, Dignitas is all gonna be.
Yeah. Okay, so which one of us is Babe Ruth?
I'm Babe Ruth.
Wait, who am I?
I don't know. I don't watch baseball. Whoever you want to be, dude, I don't care. All right, let's move to the next one then. Ooh, I like that. This guy is very adamant and asking. I'll just give me a yes or no answer for this one. Did Rick Fox waste his money? I'm gonna go with no, because most of the videos that I've seen, that guy has a love for League, so I can respect that stuff.
I just think he chose to build the team wrong. So when you choose to build a team, you build around, and you're building around people. I always think you build around two roles, mid and jungle, because it's historically been the best roles in the game ever. So if you can get both, that's great. If you can get one, you have to at least make sure that one person can shot call and control the game. I think Froggen, mechanically great. I don't think he is a super good controlling shot caller at all stages of the game. I just think he does his job every game. He's still a top-tier laning player, but impacting the map is difficult for him because he can't control the pace of the game himself. He's not on the level of Bjergsen, to be honest. And so I think when they made the level,
talking to EU royalty right there.
Yeah, I know I'm talking about Bjergsen. Oh God, but I think that. Yeah, I think Rick Fox chose that he should have built the team around one more player, a player who could have, like an Aframu style player who could control not only the team outside the game, but also inside the game, or a jungler like Rainover. And if they were able to build Froggen plus that, I think Froggen's best teams I've ever seen are the teams where his jungler is just on point, making aggressive plays, making plays around the map. So shook when he's on his game, not like half the times when he's off his game. And I think aside from the historical moment with Snoopy, which is like the opposite of the people I talked about, that was really old, a long time ago. I mean, in the current state of the game, I like putting a playmaking, controlling jungler who can make shot calls and stuff with Froggen. And I think until they can get someone who is at like a really high level, I don't know if Froggen is going to be able to succeed without either a support or a jungler at a super high level.
I can respect that. This guy asks, What do you think are going to be the 3 NA teams at Worlds? TSM, IMT. That's a given, right?
CLG. I'm throwing that. It's easy.
CLG?
If CLG gets third place, regardless what Immortals or TSM ends at, CLG gets in.
Wait, they already have that amount of points?
Yes, they want
got
to split.
first.
It's like
Yeah.
90 points.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's
so
true.
they need to just realistically place top 4. If they place top 4 and Immortals get second, I think they get in still. So I think those 3 teams get in. And honestly, CLG is not even looking bad. I would put money on CLG to make top 4 in the playoffs anyways.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about it. Doesn't even matter how I feel because they got so many points getting first that they're probably just gonna get in that thing. What's your opinion on Meteos back in C9? I think he's working a lot better than Rush. I think it's a pretty good.
It's so weird because Meteos beforehand, like I felt he wasn't doing well with Jensen. Like he was like actually they're like terrible together. They had worse synergy than Rush. All of a sudden, Meteos takes a break, comes back, starts smashing teams. And the best thing about Meteos is he's so selfless because if you look at his picks, he will play Rek'Sai 20 games in a row if his team wants to. I talked to him about it. He's like, I don't care. I'll play the same pick every single game. But when you look at these, like, I'm one of the players as well. And then, like, look at, like, these mid-top lane solo lanes. They're like, oh, this game I want to play. How about Cat? And next game, is Talia okay? And then Kassadin? And then is it cool if I kill here? Oh, what about Ryze? Dude, Ryze is pretty good in this situation. Like he has to deal with all these people who like want to flex their picks. Like a lot of people want to do that, but he's willing to like just sack for the team and literally play 2 champions 90% of the games. And I guess he plays Graves too. So he not only can he play Rek'Sai Gragas, he can also play a 3rd pick in case the first 2 are banned.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like in Meteos. I don't know if like burnout was a case with him, but it seemed like after he took his break, he came back and he's like, when he first started, that guy was a fucking. I mean, I think we could both agree he was pretty good when he first started on C9. So I'm liking him a lot right now. Why do you think teams like TSM, CLG, and C9 are always top tier? Is it due to experience or better players?
Both.
Come on, man. The guy asked you, is it one or the other?
Yeah, that's like that's he can ask me whatever, man. I'm telling him the right answer is both. You look at all these teams, they people who you don't think are superstar players, they got their rosters full of star players. You look at CLG, everyone likes to shit on CLG's roster, and then you realize, wait a sec, Smithy's actually the bomb. He's like, he's been top 3.
Smithy, I like Stixay, dude. People like to shit on them. Those guys are.
Yeah.
I like those kids.
And then you look at Aframu and you look at Darshan, you look at who, like they have a roster. Like some of the players would only be top 5 in their region, but when they come together, like they're monsters. And you look at TSM, most star-stacked roster ever. Their roster is probably like they've got like best individual players in their region, like on I think half of their cast. And as well as the most popular people, Bjergsen and Doublelift. I think that you gotta have a combination of both.
You think experience outweighs skill?
I think experience is skill. It's a part of skill because you just know what to do more in more situations than not. So when I think of building a team, you gotta have some experienced people to hold the hands of the rookies and teach them as they become greats. And then if you could do that, also leading the team, they're able to learn from you very well, and you have a very synergistic combination. I know a lot of teams failed when they're scouting because they don't have a good combination of the two. But I definitely think that's the key to the puzzle. If you're looking to build a team, have that kind of combination. If you're not allowed to pick
the key
the
to
best
the
roster,
I've seen a lot of teams. I think the key to the puzzle is communication. I'm big on that talking it out kind of stuff, dude.
Oh god, okay, yeah, that's huge. I think if you're trying to build a team with imports and you don't have a translator, you're gonna not place top 5. Like, good luck to you. You are gonna get crushed.
I don't even think they need to be able to like communicate effectively, dude. Like, they need to say what's on their mind and not just like one words like now, go. I need some good, clean communication, but that's my opinion. This guy,
I'm all for that.
This guy, you're gonna love this question because you were there. What do you think about the current dynamic queue?
So
I love dynamic queue. I think it's great. Dude, people used to hate that thing.
I think dynamic queue is better than the old solo queue, but the improvement isn't that high, so people will rip on it because it's not dramatically better than the old version, and that was like what Riot was trying to sell.
You don't think it's better than the old version?
No, I do, but I think it's only like 10% better, like maybe 15% better.
Do you queue with other people at all or no?
Oh yeah, that's like very like sometimes, yeah, but for the most part, like I never really get that 3 stack. And even if I did, I think,
You're a
oh
loser,
god,
dude,
come on, you tell me that and you queue with Jared all day, dude. I'm
I
gonna
love
just...
losing. Dude, I love the new dynamic queue. I wish you could still queue up with as many people as you want, but I think dynamic queue.
Look, I think the biggest problem with the game right now, the top level, is the ladder has no importance. So if they somehow made an incentive for people to play the ladder, all the problems fade away, except for autofill. All the problems fade away.
Too.
So like I think like okay, let's have the incentive. You remember the ice and fire flares when they first came out, Kitty?
Dude, I remember. I remember. You know what? I
off?
remember when they first had solo queue. They were like, "We're gonna like idolize the top 200. You're gonna get a shrine at like Riot Studios. All this stuff." They like built it up so much, and then it's just like what happened to it all, man? I want to see some of that stuff now.
Well, they just have icons, but I really think if they had like they just need to give more incentives. Like I think it should be like a weekly or like a monthly RP like for like the top people, any incentive to make them play. And I think if they have giveaway icons with like whatchamacallit, like that flares that you can use in game. You remember when you dropped that like sick ice and fire flare when you killed someone, their bodies exploded.
Yeah, what happened to that? Why did they even turn it off?
Imagine if like the rank 1 player literally had like a special emote where he could just like drop that shit anyway. Anytime he makes a sick play, he just drops that thing, and it's like a picture of a hand holding, and the guy's holding one finger. Number one.
That's the number one idea. That's the top priority. If you make the top 200 challenger player, like all the challenger players, able to use the fire and ice thing again, I would get challenger on every account just to spam it on people.
like I think that's like a really good way. Like you have separate one for rank 1, separate one for top 10, separate one for top 25, top 100, top 200, and like there has to be an incentive to play. As soon as people stop smurfing and want to all grind, that's when you got them, dude. That's what Riot's missing. Just a reason for, because dude, when you watch people's streams right now, when you talk to people, are they excited to play solo queue?
I'm excited, dude. I'm like, yes. Okay. This is like LCS again. I love it.
But a lot of the people have brains, so we're not talking about you. A lot of the people are just like, no, dude. Like you could feel it when you watch their streams. Like, God, I hate this queue, man. This stuff sucks. And when thousands of people watch, like, of course they're gonna pick up. Everyone's gonna be like, oh God, it sucks, man. Why would I even bother grinding? But now, when you got good stuff, you can just look at the stuff that people get and be like, oh shit, everyone loves to play again. Like I think the biggest thing is not like the dynamic queue, it's getting people to really love the ladder.
You gotta make them fall in love again, dude.
Yes, absolutely. Like anything to be able to do that, that's Riot's top goal right now. If they could do that, everything becomes great.
I could see that. You're right on that one. This guy asked, do you think Riot cares about viewership falling? And if so, what should they do so they don't end up being StarCraft 2? I don't think that it's that bad. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. What do you think?
I think they just released the thing where viewership's not even falling. It's like barely falling. It's because YouTube is seeing probably 20 to 30% of the overall viewer base now. People aren't adding numbers up correctly. Like math is hard sometimes. And so, it just seems weird because people are coming in for like individual events, but League is still the top dog when it comes to esports. Now, Overwatch could completely flip the board, but I think it's really too soon to be like...
Overwatch is going to flip the board on League.
No, I don't really think so. I think they have a lot of problems still, but I think at least there's potential there. But then, like right now, dude, League is top dog. Like you gotta really try to like put League down.
That, man.
You're comparing League to StarCraft 2. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, they're not even the same. Like, I think
League, dude. Cuties cat is worth more than the entire StarCraft 2 competitive scene.
That's pushing it a little far, dude.
Oh wait, never mind. They had a shoutcast tournament. So aside from that, like competitive StarCraft 2 is like, I'm sorry, I used to love StarCraft 2, like, but it's just not going too well right now.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, dude. Well, you wanna wrap this thing up?
Dude, you wrap it
You
up.
want
Give
me
our
to
sponsors
wrap
a
it
shout
up,
out. Give
dude?
our fans.
All right, give a shout out. Check out Bloody sponsored by, dude. They're helping this thing. We'll be 100% honest with you guys. We're doing this. Bloody, a great sponsor. They approached us. They're like, we want to help you rejoin the LCS. The only way we're gonna do it is if we can buy our way back into it. So that's why we're doing Beyond the Rift, dude. We need that money to buy ourselves back into the LCS and relive the glory days. Please, if you would be so kind, help to support those wonderful people over there. But thanks for tuning in. We're going to be doing this. I think we're going to be doing this a little bit more, dude. This was fun. I like talking to you, dude, about the game.
Dude, I like talking to you too. I think our current plans are once a week. So even though there's a break next week, dude, we will think of something. We'll like categorize roles. Who did the best during the season? Who do you look up to? Stuff like that, we'll figure stuff out.
Look up to. Yeah, we're gonna
that's not Kiwi Kid.
Okay. It's looking good, dude. Look at all these slides. Look at who came up with it. I came up with all of this, dude. Look at this. I made it.